Hi everyone. I know lots of people listen to my videos while they're doing relaxing things like drawing or writing. Sometimes my videos have loud bits and sometimes my narrating voice is all over the place. But today I'm going to bring you something so chill you're going to want to take a little nap. Lots of people have said, "Hey Jett, you should do some ASMR videos." So I guess consider this one of them. Today, we're going to talk about a show so lovely, so calm, that it will lull you into a blissful existence even just for a few moments. So sit in your comfiest chair, make yourself a little tea or some hot chocolate, and let's talk about an adorable show called The Land of Pleasant Dreams. A couple of years ago, two different subscribers reached out to me about a show that they watched while living in Australia called The Land of Pleasant Dreams. I had never heard of it, but began to explore this extremely obscure show with so little information online. Back in the 1980s, The Land of Pleasant Dreams began as a series of books that detailed the dreams of children when staying at their grandmother's house. They take a nap and emerge in a world where their stuffed animals come to life and they go on adventures together. With so little information available, I had to delve deep to figure out how this show came to be, and this is what I found. Worlds of Wonder was a toy company founded in 1985 that specialized in animatronic toys. It unfortunately went defunct by 1991, but not before leaving an impressive legacy behind. They were catapulted to fame by the release of Teddy Ruxpin, followed by the release of Laser Tag, and then collaborating with Nintendo to release the NES in the United States. In 1986, as they were nearing the peak of their popularity, shortly after the unusual live-action pilot for what would ultimately become the Adventures of Teddy Ruxpin animated series was released, they took the book series The Land of Pleasant Dreams, released toys based on the characters in the books, as well as turning those characters into puppets for a live-action puppet show featuring marionette puppets built by the Puppet Studio. The Puppet Studio is a puppet-building company run by Steve Sherman and Gregory Paul Williams. The two are prominent artists working in literature, music, film, and of course, puppets. They met when working on a Sid and Marty Krofft production, and from there, they constructed and performed a variety of puppets for many stage and screen productions. These puppets range from full-body puppets, to hand and rod puppets, to costume puppets, shadow puppets, and finally, marionettes. The puppets in The Land of Pleasant Dreams are beautiful marionettes. A marionette puppet, for those who don't know, is manipulated by strings suspended above the puppet, and the puppeteer stands above, often hidden, but not always. I find this type of puppetry very challenging and fascinating to watch when executed well. And wow, this is executed very well. So the episodes of The Land of Pleasant Dreams were recorded to be released straight to video. By what I know, the plushies only were sold with the book and the audio tape as a trio, but not the video. You would have to purchase that separately. That seems to make sense as to why the video seems to be so much less popular online, with people reminiscing about their books and stuffed animals. Each episode is simple, elegant, and extremely relaxing. A perfect before bedtime show. The episodes begin with the curtain opening, introducing Grandma, who welcomes the audience with a poem, prefacing the upcoming episode. For example, in The Boy Who Wanted the Moon, Billy receives a small horse gift from his grandmother, but he wants bigger things, more expensive things. However, when he goes to sleep and dreams about his toy horse coming to life, his views change. Grandma narrates the story along while we watch it. Each episode details a dreamland adventure of one of Grandma's grandchildren, and they are accompanied by one or more anthropomorphic toys. Threads, Lacey, Snips, Bobbin, or Rick Rack. Grandma is the almighty and all-seeing, and I'm starting to think this is kind of a god allegory, but, you know, you don't really need to see it that way. There's no overt religious talk in this show at all. Now, I must say though, there are a couple crossovers that the show has with the Christian religion. Most notably, the music is often composed by Christian music husband and wife duo Frank and Betsy Hernandez, with Betsy also featured on some writing credits for the show. The show's lessons were also based on biblical proverbs, that is made clear in this Worlds of Wonder promotional video from the 80s.
All of the Pleasant Dream storylines are based on old wise proverbs, such as, "Do unto others as you would have them do unto you." During the course of the story, a lesson is learned, sometimes by the child and sometimes by the animal.
The episodes take place kind of within a miniature stage show, with the curtains opening and closing after each episode. This seems to be paying homage to live marionette traveling shows. The set build is genius, and in the end of some episodes, the puppets come out to take a bow to the audience. This feels like watching a live performance, and I think that's why I enjoy it so much. The stories are best described as whimsical, and perfectly encapsulate what may lie in the dreamland of children, between the recommended ages of 1.5 and 6. The show was released through High Top Video, a production company that ran from 1986 to 1991 and predominantly was known for releasing Peanuts cartoons and Madeline specials, and also released through a Gapeland Home Video, a rather obscure company belonging to the Bridgestone Group, a Christian-based production company. There's our other Christian connection. While I don't know how many episodes were made, you can find 8 episodes available online for your viewing pleasure of varying quality. The puppeteers on this show include Christine Papalexis, puppeteer extraordinaire that I grew up watching on Timmy the Tooth, and who I have mentioned before in the Commander Toad in Space video, Lee Mosier, who worked on the Popples TV show, Whitworth Stokes, who later went by Trey Stokes, I hope, as this is what my research tells me, a puppeteer and special effects artist who has worked on projects such as The Abyss, Starship Troopers, and The Polar Express, and has a very impressive resume. Finally, there's Chris Johnson, a puppeteer who is not this random guy that I messaged on Instagram, but some other guy named Chris Johnson. If you are the Chris Johnson that was in this show, let me know, because I don't know who you are. Anyways, this small group of puppeteers is extremely skilled, but that's no surprise given that these are some of the best puppet performers out there. The voice cast is also very impressive, featuring Russie Taylor of Minnie Mouse fame, as well as pre-Simpsons Nancy Cartwright, pre-Rugrats Cheryl Chase, Renee Jacobs, who portrayed April O'Neil in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles animated series, Trez MacNeille of Animaniacs fame, Tony Pope of Furby and Goofy fame, and Laura Cody of, well, a lot of stuff. Take a peek at her IMDb. This is a powerful voice cast, and with so much talent, it's surprising this show is so difficult to find and only has a minimal fan base. But unfortunately, and am I even surprised anymore, some people find this show scary. During my adventures online, there were many mixed feelings about this show and to whether it is some horrifying foray into uncanny nightmare land, or the opposite, a lovely and lighthearted peaceful show with simple lessons and adorable characters. Of course, I think the latter, but a lot of people think the former. Thankfully, there is a 17-year-old Facebook group dedicated to preserving the memory of the stories and plushies that were available, and it's called The Search for the Land of Pleasant Dreams. I appreciate those who post in this group their stuffies, books, cassettes, and VHSs that they have saved over the years to keep the memory of the show alive. The plushies are fantastic, modeled after what may be a homemade plush that Grandma would make. I also found a few patterns online to make your own homemade plush, which I think is a very exciting idea. These are such sweet designs, and I'm not surprised since it's from the same creators who made Teddy Ruxpin, although some people find Teddy Ruxpin scary as well. Well, anyways, Do you remember the Land of Pleasant Dreams? It appears that those who messaged me in the show talked about watching it in Australia, but weirdly enough, I can't find a direct correlation between Australia and this show. It appears to be more US based, so time to reach out to all of you. Did you watch this? And where did you watch it? Do you have any of the tapes, the plushies, the audio cassettes, or the books? Did you enjoy the show, or did you find it kind of spooky? It kind of does fit the bill on some ARGs and creepypastas and internet horror of today, but it really is just a sweet and innocent show, and you should watch this incredible piece of obscure puppet media. If you're still awake, please hit the subscribe button. I'm aiming to hit 2,000 subscribers by the end of the year. And if you're feeling it, you could buy me a coffee. I'll put the link below as well. I'd like to say happy early birthday, George, who is a subscriber and has been since the beginning of my channel. I hope you have an amazing day. And remember, everyone, that you are special, you are loved, and I appreciate each and every one of you. I'm going to end this video off script, just to mention Noreen Young. She was a very influential and incredible Canadian puppeteer and puppet builder. She passed away. And be sure that I'm going to make a video talking about one of her many, many projects that she has worked on. I just had already unfortunately got this one started and wanted to put this one out there and then spend some time working on a video for Noreen. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this ASMR experience with Jett, and I'll talk to you later.
'Cause love is not expensive. It brings the greatest joy.